Pleased to be joined with Jet Deschamps after the, final skate here at rookie camp. And Jet, it seemed like things were going right for you all week. How would you kind of describe your performance over the first 3 days here at camp?
I was obviously working my hardest, me being one of the smaller guys. I just had to give it my all, working my hardest in the corners and just trying to get up in the play and make those right plays. And, just try to get up in there and make some moves and maybe get some goals, yeah.
You know what? It doesn't really seem like, size matters to you. You are obviously one of the smaller kids, but that doesn't really seem to be the case in terms of the way you play on the ice. Have you always been that type of player, being maybe one of the smaller kids on your team? And when have you kind of built that skill over the years?
Yeah, no, I always just try to trust my feet and I feel if I use my edges very well, I can obviously get away from those situations with a lot of the taller guys at least. And so, I've always had great edges and I can skate pretty fast. But, I could just get away of those situations and make the right play.
You're still fairly young, given that you're just a 15-year-old, but your first taste with the Regina Pats organization was at spring camp. Now you're here at main camp. What's the last couple of months kind of meant to you, getting drafted, attending spring camp, and now, coming to the Pats here in, late August, early September?
Yeah, no, it's been amazing. I've just had a great time here. It's a great organization, and I've made a lot of new buddies, and it's just great being around here.
With Pat's goaltending prospect, Cruz Chase, after the final skate here at rookie camp. And Cruz, let's just talk about what you thought of your, play over the last couple of days and what you've improved on coming into camp here.
I think just the first couple of days, just getting rid of the little nerves and jitters. But after that, I think I came to play, and I think I proved that I was ready for main camp coming up.
Obviously, you had to make quite a bit of saves, given that there were 3-on-3 play, 5-on-5 play, some 4-on-4 with penalties, and some shootouts. So how would you kind of describe the way you played in all situations through the last 2 days on ice?
I just had to stick to what I do best, and I think I'm a pretty big, confident guy in the net. I think I move fast, so I think I have to trust that and trust how I play.
Cruz, you've been a part of this organization for a little bit now. Obviously, spring camp last year with the Pats, and then attended main camp last year as well in the fall, and then had a little bit of a cup of coffee throughout that Alberta road trip, which I'm sure was a really neat experience for you. What did that experience kind of mean to you? I guess everything in all, right? The getting called up and, being at spring camp last year and then main camp and now coming here.
It was just a dream come true. So I remember just going, telling my parents 10 o'clock at night that I got called up, and then obviously being in Alberta, so that meant a lot to me. It was just a dream come true. And then obviously just a sold out crowd. So having my rookie lap with that was really nice, and it was just a great experience to get me ready for what's coming next.
I know you already talked about you as a goaltender, but I wanted to talk about just your mentality coming into this year's camp, because goaltending is very important mentally. I don't even have to say that. I think you would be the first to say it, being a talented goaltender yourself. So, what was your mentality coming into this camp this year?
I think last year I was a little bit starstruck just to be here. So I think this year I have a much different mentality of actually wanting to fight for a spot on the team. So now I know what it takes. Now I know what to expect. And I think that just brings a lot to me.